And for the case, we have the patient is an elderly lady. She's 87 years old, if I'm not wrong. She has a severe aortic stenosis, which is really limiting her in her daily life, and with dyspnea. And for the rest, she doesn't have too many comorbidities, just arterial hypertension. She has high gradients of it. So what we're doing is we're screening to the bifurcation. You can also look to a longitudinal view once. Yeah, there. Okay, that's the longitudinal view. And then where do we see the bifurcation? Lower down. Yeah, that's a nice longitudinal view, and it's not diving there yet, so you can yeah, there's the bifurcation. Yeah, there's the bifurcation. So then you go up. Yeah. All right, that's good. Yeah, there is good. Huh? That spot. You can try to do it like that. Okay. Here comes local anesthesia. Okay, we have time. Is it flushed, that one?
No. First let it run and then
so yeah, we need 4-hour pressure set. We always work with 2 pressure sets.
Yeah.
Because we like to do the hemodynamics before and after the TAVI, both in the aorta and the LV, in the left ventricle.
I know. Do it in there.
Tack. So heparin is given.
Is it fast? Yep.
All right, good. That's great. Looks good.
I have the wire still.
Let's take our time. And so heparin is just given. So from now on, after the heparin is given, then we only cross the aortic arch really with gear, with catheters. And yeah, so let's see if we have a nice pressure tracing. Yeah, we do have. Yeah. Okay, that's great. So let's go up to the arch and let's bring the catheter over there. Yeah, you hold this because this is stiff wire. Be careful with that. Yeah, okay, that can come out. That's
stiff wire.
Now we can just put a syringe on there. Okay, so I will take the Sentinel then. Yeah, I'll go to give you an LAO 30 like that. We open up. Oh, Sentinel is here already. Okay, that's quick. All right. Okay. So Sentinel cerebral protection. It's in this catheter which fits into the 6 French radial sheet, and we will explain it with some words how we deploy it. And Yannick and Nick will deploy it. So he's going to introduce here in the radial. Yep. So it's a coronary wire which is in there, 0014 classical BMW wire. We're going to go slowly up. You give always good feedback.
Yep, 3 centimeters there, Yannick, you can go.
And you see the patient even from her own, she goes sometimes a bit bradycardic. Eh? So she clearly has a higher pacemaker risk, I would say. Also an elderly patient. Ja, det må du godt. Ja, gerne. Hvorfor er det? Har hun smerte, eller hvad? Ja? Wait a second. Men hvorhen? Wait a second. Atropine, please, because she is clearly vagal. We didn't do anything in the heart region, so it's atropine. Let's connect and we pause a little bit. That's a good moment to optimize here hemodynamics. Let's connect with fluids.
Do you want to pace on the LV or RV?
Well, now that she goes this, I think we should put a regular RV pacer. Yeah. Because you see the patient is just vagal. We haven't been in the heart region at all. So probably she didn't say anything, she didn't report any pain, but probably she's vaguely stimulated. So let's take a break here, get her blood pressure up, give some fluids, give a gulweske. Yeah, we've given a touch, a sniff of atropine. We connect to some fluids. We take a couple of minutes to stabilize her, and then we just proceed from there.
Will you attack? Yep, I do.
Yeah, the atropine already kicked in. Yeah. Let's change for the... So we're going to change strategy from the pacing. Normally, we try to do left ventricular pacing, but I think you have to be reasonable if there's a higher risk of a block, or like this patient, she showed some tendency to to be very bradycardic, I think it's very reasonable to change your strategy to a right ventricular pacing. Yeah, it's a better decision to do that than instead of keeping on your LV pacing, and then after you put your TAVI valve in, and the patient is in a full block, and you have in all emergency place your right ventricular pacer. So this is a balloon tipped. You can maybe inflate that balloon once. So it's a balloon tipped, yeah, balloon tipped right ventricular pacer. We can give some flush. Yeah, we can take our time, and there's no patient is completely stabilized already. We can run quite some fluids. I mean, this patient is also with a small cavity. Yeah, we can connect with the fluids. Did we do that?
No, I don't have the.
Because this is an elderly lady, high gradients, left ventricular hypertrophy, small cavity. Yes, so I think these are patients we have to give some fluids. Are we doing that? It's connected?
No, I don't have. I didn't get
No,
it yet.
let's wait, and let's wait. And we
RV,
can,
pacer in now.
yeah, we can do the pacer in the meantime. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the patient is fully stable in the meantime.
It won't hurt, huh? This will not hurt.
So this is the balloon tipped pacer.
Balloon's up there.
Balloon is up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going up. Let's see, there was some tortuosity in the maybe balloon down there because it's stuck against something there.
Balloon's down.
Yeah. Otherwise we use a longer arrow, but let's see if this goes fine. Yeah, I would just keep on pushing there. Maybe it prolapses. But that's in the, yeah, let's pull it back.
Try balloon up now.
I think you're going to the hepatic.
Balloon's up now. That's better.
That's better. Yeah. All right, good. I go a little bit REO. Yeah, that looks quite nice. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay.
We're-
Yeah, that's good.
Once we connect the fluids, we might
Okay.
test the pacer, Marie.
Very deep, huh? Some extras.
All right, so now we're going to connect the pacer. There's not too much push on the pacer,
No, I'm
please.
pulling
and
back a
then-
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, then we're going to test that pacemaker, maybe. Yeah. And if it's good, you can tape it to the drape. Can we test the pacemaker?
Why is this not sticking in?
Yeah. You will have to give like 120 or something to test it.
Push.
120 output 2.
That's better.
I go.
Pull back now. Ja, I'll push to it. Maar vriend, super goed. Dat hebben we wirklich goed. Ja.
Okay.
Okay.
A little forward on this one.
Okay, so that helped really a lot. Dank. So that was just an aspiration of the patient that straightens a little bit that tortuous brachiocephalic.
I'm deploying the proximal
Nou, dat ben ik
filter.
zang. Ja. Dat is goed voor die. Die overzetten mijn accent, hè.
Then
So we
wire
know,
back
of course,
in.
it's not going to be the easiest placement of the sentinel because it's almost a bovine. So I would push even a little bit deeper if you can, but you can try now there. You took the decision to go for there, so. But they're rather close to each other. I think you need more flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And we are in an Aleo 30. Yeah, that's almost
Push,
there.
push, push. Yeah, it goes like this.
Just, yeah, a little bit back.
That's still
You can
it, huh?
split a little bit back with the wire. Yeah. Yeah, but now just to the other side. See if we can do that. Yeah, I think
Push,
that's
push,
it.
push. Could be it.
Yeah, that's it.
It
That's
goes
it,
like
because
this,
it was
yeah.
also tortuous. Perfect,
Yeah,
that's
that's
really
nice.
nice.
That
So you
feels
see
good.
it's a challenging one.
Feels good.
Yeah, okay, good. Be careful now. I think this is enough. I wouldn't pull more. Yeah, wait, and now coordinate for
Yeah.
the
You can push it.
slowly.
Now I'm pushing
Hold
out.
the wire and push
the
the
second
filter
filter.
out. That's excellent, excellent. That's it, that's it. And I wouldn't pull back the wire too much in this case because it gives some anchoring.
Okay.
I think this is great. Yeah, you're chilled with your AL1, but you can slowly. So this is even in a challenging scenario. I think Sentinel is sitting really nice.
Yeah, I have wire.
This is the classical pigtail to give the just the contrast. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, we see very well the calcified leaflets. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, tack.
Okay, so pigtail is also in place now, so then it's the time to cross the valve, I would say. Alright, so let's take a small break here for a minute. Let's flush the lines. Let's take some hemodynamics if we're ready. Nick, you can do that.
Yep, I can.
You can tell us. You also have a mic, yes?
I do have a mic,
You
yes.
can tell what you're looking at.
So, I mean, there are two aspects we're looking at, but probably less importantly is the fact that we have a gradient. We know that from the echo before, and we clearly do with a peak of 60 here, which is important for us because it lets us know how the valve's probably going to behave. But more importantly, we look at the two measurements in the aorta and the LV. So we look at the aortic diastolic pressure, which is 57, and we look at the LV EDP, which is 19. So we have a separation there of almost, 30? And that's helpful to let us know when we've deployed the valve subsequent whether there's an improvement or the same or the worst to tell us how much leak there is after the valve deployment. It also lets us know how dry the patient is who doesn't appear too dry with an LVDP of 20.
No, that's true. Indeed, that gives also some. If that LVDP would be now 11 or something, we in this smaller cavity we would know. Let's flush a lot of fluids in, but it looks like she's euvolemic. She's rather good filled in a way, and we have an diastolic separation of roughly 37, 38. Yeah. All right. Good. Okay, then I think the valve is ready. So we're gonna go. What did you opt for? Small or extra small?
Extra small, just because the cavity
I
itself
agree.
is not a large cavity.
And we have some push on the valve also when we deploy.
I agree. It's a smaller lady, and it's the small cavity, so an extra small Safari is good. Personally, I like, even with the ACURATE, I know there's different opinions, but I like to have. Do you see now? You have a long straight part from the LVOT to mid cavity. I do think this is important when you have the final release of the ACURATE valve, that it has a nice, smooth, straight path, the nose cone, to
Got the
travel
wire?
on.
You have the wire?
Yep.
Otherwise, the valve may be pushed up with the final release. So I think this is good.
We come with
Safari
the
is in
balloon
a
now.
nice position.
So we've got a 23 true balloon on the
Okay,
table.
that's a true balloon. Because we saw this patient is an elderly patient. They have, by definition, 85 plussers. And people above 90 for sure. They have higher. They have a more fragile conduction system. So I would be careful here with the inflation, to be honest.
It's very calcified.
But
so
it's very calcified.
We can do a very gentle first one.
and
Yeah.
look at the fluoro, how it goes. Yeah, so
Start with the
225 ACT, so I
We have
think,
a
and we've
RV
given
patient.
7, so let's give 2,000 or 1,500 extra. No. Heparin.
Yeah, then you
Okay.
see it on your screen.
All right,
Also
so
some
we're
more
making
PVT.
ready for
Yeah,
the
the-
pacing and the balloon. Maybe we go first initial, like very careful, just to see how it behaves, and then the second time we go for a real inflation. Yeah.
So you
Okay.
ready for 180
Can
pacing?
we remove the box from the pressure tracing?
Okay. So you can start
Wait
pacing.
1 second, because PI is doing something. Oh, let's wait a minute, guys, that the heparin is correctly given. Yeah. All right, good. Then I think we're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All good.
Start pacing 180,
Yes.
Gabby. Good
Capture,
capture.
pressure down.
Balloon up
So
gentle.
I'm going to go up gently with the balloon.
Gentle to see how it behaves. Maybe good for the first time.
Okay,
Down.
And balloon down.
Stop
pacing.
pacing, Gabriella. Let it recover.
Okay, so that was just to see how
Okay,
it
no
behaved.
AV
You see,
no
there's
AV
quite
block.
some waste.
them.
But we didn't go all the way. But there was a nice high position of the balloon that we don't go unnecessarily. I think it's good, but now we can do the proper
Yeah.
real inflation just to. But I wouldn't necessarily go all the way. You can see still on the fluoro. Yeah, that was a good position of the balloon. Yeah.
Okay, Gabby, so pacing on again, 180 max output. Pressure's
Good capture,
down.
Balloon up.
So I'm going to go up the balloon again.
Yeah.
All the way now this time.
Yeah, a bit
Yeah,
more.
balloon
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Balloon
Okay, and
down.
Stop pacing.
Clamp on, pacing off. Observe for fluoro. Observe for
No AV.
So Nick, did you go all the way or not?
I
No.
did. Yeah,
You did.
I did. I got
Okay.
there in the end.
Okay, so 23 full all the way up. That's good. You don't necessarily always have to do it. It's good to look at it, but there was still some waste in
Yeah,
the balloon.
there
Even we
was.
saw that.
Yeah. Calcified.
And this is important. Here we're working with cusp overlap, the right-left cusp overlap. So in the right-left cusp overlap, you look into the minor axis of the annulus too. So if you want to see some constrainment on the balloon, etc., you will more likely see it in an areocaudal projection than in an LAO projection. That's 100% sure. So it makes more reason to do a balloon for sure in a cusp overlap. Okay, here it's
Beautiful, Jasmine. Thank you.
Maybe you can comment on what you have here. So the valve and then the loader part, yes. Yannick?
Yeah. So yeah, we have a nose cone like most systems do, of course, and then we have this introducer which goes into the eye sleeve. So first wire in the nose cone.
Yeah, that's a loader part or
If the wire's out on the other end, I'll slowly move it into the.
Yeah. So here we keep the handle flush port 6 o'clock in a way that it could help to do commissural alignment.
I have the
So
wire,
now Nick
Yannick.
has the wire on the other end.
Somebody has a wire.
Yep.
He keeps the wire while we watch it on screen. I push the nose cone in, and then we have the introducer part that goes into the sheet, which I
just
hold.
a little bit.
Yeah, I hold it in place now, and then the valve, the delivery system or delivery catheter, goes into the eye sleeve, which will then start expanding to accommodate the mass of the valve itself.
Indeed, we expanding, going through the expandable sheet. We're not going to take.
And then you feel actually you're breaking the seal.
Now you can pull back the introducer.
And then when we're out, we go back with this.
Park it there.
As a nose.
Okay, good. That's fine. So I zoomed out. I'm not going to go to LAO. This is a very flexible system, I have to say. So typically we don't experience problems crossing. So it's nicer to stay in this projection.
I'll give you a little bit of rail
What's
here,
that?
Yannick.
It's going. It's going very smooth.
Don't push too much in our ground. Smooth over, I can show you that. It's a very flexible system. It's already on its way down.
And you already see one of the free stent struts
looks good.
moving into position.
We don't have to torque the system because, I mean, she's an elderly lady, but you can see, of course, we have a commissure isolated on the right-hand side where the commissure between the right and the left cusp is also pointing to. So I think we're good. We don't have to torque the system. Yeah. We're gonna zoom one in, and now we go take our time. You know, it's better to go too slow than too fast here in this valve. Yeah, we can activate the contrast.
We have some parallax.
We have some parallax in the valve, which is rather uncommon in a cusp overlap. Should we look in the tricuspid coplanar just for fun to see if that's maybe better? LAO4. Wait a second. LAO4 and cranial. How much?
13 to 15.
Something like that, huh?
Yeah,
close. Less cranial.
13. Is there less parallax in this?
No, for sure.
No, I don't think so.
There's even more.
Worse.
So I think we go back to that.
Yeah, it was REO 24, caudal 11.
Yeah, so we want to have a view where there's as little as possible parallax. I think we can accept this one then. But we have to be more careful then, yeah? All right, good.
So we go deeper a little bit.
We go a tiny bit deeper.
So I have the marker in the middle approximately.
Yeah.
Like this.
This is maybe not a bad starting point. We can give a little bit of contrast here. Yeah.
It's enabled, yes.
It's pretty good, I would say. I mean, I'm mostly focused on the upper crown now. And it's just above the calcium, so I think it's fine. Yeah. You can open up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we start with knob number 1, the upper crown, and we do that.
Yeah, that's good. Slowly, 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 not too fast. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. I don't think we're going to go more. So give some contrast, and then if you're good, you deploy it quickly. Yeah. Looks good to me. Yeah, we go for a very quick deployment.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So deployment now.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's very good.
That's full stop.
Placed. I think. Yeah.
And now I'm putting some push on the J wire in the jail pigtail to straighten it a little bit, and then when I have some push build up, I try to wiggle it back out. It's going smooth actually.
Yeah, it's better to do that too slow and too careful than too brisk.
And the only thing is you don't want to pull back the wire too fast because then everything moves back forward. So when the pigtail's back enough, I come back with the wire, and now it's free too, and then we move the pigtail back up.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I think there's no leak. We have great gradient, no gradient, great hemodynamics, so I think we're done, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good, perfect, very nice.